into this blue, let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, let's have it right. Minerals FC. Gaffer, you got the Minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the Minerals, TT.
Oi, Johnny's got the fucking Minerals, mate.
Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Hope everyone is doing good tonight. Big up to every single one of you in here. Apologies for being late, but as always, we know on Minerals FC, lateness is greatness. First and foremost, guys, there's almost 50 people in here. Everybody hit that like button. Smash to pieces the like button. All right. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, guys. I'm on the road to 4K, guys. I've taken a little step out when I went on holiday. I'm coming back. I'm going to learn the Minerals as regular as possible just for you lot. And also, let me remind everyone, I've got my membership, Minerals FC membership scheme, which is basically pinned in the top of the live chat. So feel free. Big up to every single one of you. As always, we've got a great show tonight. We're going to talk about, obviously, the AC Milan game tomorrow night at the San Siro. Funny enough, I had my spaghetti bolognese tonight. That was a slight little reason why I was late. And I tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then we're going to talk about we'll delve into a video I put out yesterday. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's only 8 minutes long, but I saw a lot of Chelsea content creators sort of blowing the trumpet of the Arsenal, and it pissed me off really. And I thought, listen, no one's really saying it as it is, and I've done that. Pissed off a lot of Arsenal and Liverpool fans on the way. Oh well, what a shame. We don't give a toss here. But go and check it out. It's 8 minutes long. Give it a like, give it a comment. Big up to everyone that has watched it. And also I've got all my other like short little clippings from other streams. I'm also going to talk about the Minerals Mount and the Gaffer. Speaking on Minerals Mount, today we're going to delve into a bit of the contract situation, which I'm not really bothered about. There's not much to say, but he's going to sign. He's proper Chelsea, and he will basically, his whole career will be at Chelsea Football Club. I do not doubt that for 1 second. So all the haters are in the mud who think that he's going to leave or they're desperate for him to leave. He ain't ever leaving. Anyone that we're linked with in terms of midfield signings, they ain't going to bench Minerals Mount. And the Gaffer knows exactly what he's talking about. And we'll delve into that. We can do a little predicted lineup with you guys in the comments. And also, I want to mention this. I went back in some of my spare time and I watched back some of the streams I did throughout the period where we drew at Leicester, the West Ham game, the Leeds game, the sacking of Thomas Tuchel. I watched not everything, but most parts of the streams. I watched them back, and fuck me, did I land minerals, people, or what? Did I land minerals or what? I don't really watch my shows back, but I thought, you know what? Let me try and be a viewer. Let me watch my stuff and see what it's all about. Because obviously, when I'm on my show and I'm talking, I'm just landing whatever I feel. This was the whole point of setting up this platform, was to be able to express my opinions, my emotions. It's escapism. It's great for you guys. And when I watch back, and then I think about the narratives that were put in place by content creators, by the media, the campaign against Chelsea, the situations in the team, the deficiencies, certain players not performing, the player agendas. I'm going to delve into all that as well, guys. I'm going to delve into that all as well. As we know, there's other shows going on. I'm not going to prop who those shows are, but a lot of bangers and mash waffle. So we're going to land it and say how it is. I'll delve into you guys in the comments, and then we're just going to crack on, geezers. We're going to crack on. Big up to all you guys. Like and subscribe, yeah? Like and subscribe. Nutty Blues now up the Chelsea, up Mills FC. What would be your lineup against Milan? I'm going to delve into that, Nutty Blue. Don't worry. We're going to get into that. Gabriel, let's go. Johnny, Minerals everywhere. He says, Leo's in here, my geezer. Up the Minerals. Stretters is in here. My guy, Stretters. Minerals, not wrong, fella. You know it. This is the link to the membership scheme, guys. Feel free. Let's get Minerals FC to where it should be on the map, guys. Chronic's in here. Big up to you. Minerals FC Empire is growing day by day. Land the 4K subs, people. Up the Minerals FC. I'm guessing that's the Bowley. Up the Bowley. And keep the blue flag flying high. But maybe it's up the Chelsea. Put a B there. But big up to you anyway. We'll say up the Bowley as well. We will say that. Mixter's in here. Big up to you. I'm glad you'll post a video on YouTube, and I always enjoy your videos. Big up to you. That's what it's all about. Gabriel, wait until the Silky German evolves to clinical Kai. He will be unstoppable. I'm telling you, the haters and the agenda merchants are going to be in the mud with Kai Havertz. I do not doubt that kid. And let's have it right. He's still only just turned 23, guys. He's just turned 23. Dell's in here, up the Chelsea. Lovely to see you in here. I get people get depressed and low moods. Yeah, they do. This is a show, a platform that hopefully will take people away from that mental health aspect or any issues they got in their life. A bit of escapism, something to watch and not think about what's going on. And that's why we watch footy as well, and that's why we support the Chelsea and why other rival fans, they support their clubs. It's a culture, it's a way of our life, and it's an entertainment and an escapism. So big up to you. Top Bins is in here. Let's have it right, Johnny. Lamps, TT, Potter, no ball, and recognise generational talent when they see it. Mace is the glue. Open your eyes, non-believers. Give him the respect he deserves. Let's have it right, Top Bins. Spoken like a true poet. Big up to Leo as well. William, my member, big up to you, Geez. Hello, you proper Chelsea fans. Big up to all you guys. Get involved in the chat, guys. Get involved in the chat. Trap Match here. Big up yourself this evening, Johnny. Ready for the minerals and the truth. You know it. Big up Brian in here as well. Facts, Chelsea and Potter chefing it up right now. Vendant says, I'm so gassed. Everyone balling out. Even Pully looked okay for his standards. Listen, right now we're playing as a team. Right now, it looks like that. And this is what I was stressing under Tuchel. We didn't play as a team. And that was the problem. You know, you can have average players and a lot of mid-table teams and lower, teams with less money and less backing and, don't really delve into the market, but they stay in the Premier League. They have a way of playing and they play as a team. And that's how they get to stay in the Premier League for the lesser sides. And some of them, like West Ham, they're playing as a team and they're slowly creeping into Europe, as we've seen. Very important, guys. We haven't had that under Tuchel this season. And there are reasons why, which is what I wanted to delve into after watching back my streams. And a key point that the Gaffer brought up today when he was talking about Mason Mount, there are issues, imbalance in the team, and that's what affects certain players. It for sure affects our attack, which everyone seems to pigeonhole and moan about our attack being so poor. But you have to question defense. You have to question the midfield and the transitional phases, and no one wanted to speak on that. No one ever spoke on that. I repeatedly mentioned it. The transitional stage was what killed us under Tuchel in that period. But we will delve into that. I just want to run through you guys. Big up to all you guys in here. Like and subscribe, people. Big up Danny in here. Lovely to see you in here. Big up to you, Geezer. Manny's in here. Big up Johnny up the Chelsea. CFC Kells in here. Big up Johnny in the house. Let's get busy mudding, my friend. Smash the brown envelopes up the Minerals FC. I'm going to mud a brown envelope today. Which is a juicy one. It's a juicy one. As Gabriel says, like the video, guys. Come on. You got it in you. You all got the minerals. You know that. Esteban's in here. Thumbs up to you. Big up to Trapmash. Thank you for your minerals donation. Big up yourself, my bro. Ready for you to land. Big up to you. Appreciate you donating to the channel, helping the channel grow. All you guys, I've seen some new subscribers in here. Big up to every single one of you joining the Minerals FC platform. I won't disappoint you guys. I'm all about backing the team against the campaign against Chelsea, mudding the brown envelopes. Mudding any fellow Chelsea content creators. If you're new in the game here, go to my previous streams. I've mudded some big hitters, guys. My followers, my viewers will let you know about that. Let us know if you're new to the platform in the chat, and we will welcome you guys. We've got what else we got in here? Loads of you in here, guys. Big up to all you. Accelerate True Minerals, big up. Big up to you. Rob Leclerc, let's have it right. Todd Bowley, big up Johnny. Yes! Fucking hell, how long's it been? Big up Chelsea Old Boys, my geezer. And just for the Chelsea Old Boys. Yeah, let's have it right. He knows what's going to come now. He knows what's coming now. And we're letting Arsenal, yeah, and the Tim Pot Spurs, and all these Muppets, these other Chelsea content creators, and all these other Muppets and rivals propping up Arsenal like they're title contenders. You're all in the mud. You're talking nonsense. It's been 9 games. We see things they'll never see. They've never won a European trophy. They ain't won the Champions League. We've won it twice, guys. We've got the Club World Cup, Super Cups. We've got the Cup Winners' Cups. We got all the cups, mate. We won a lot. We're Chelsea Football Club. Word of Minerals, London is blue. Let's have it right. Let's put things into context. And let me remind everyone when we're talking about the Arsenal, yeah? The Arsenal, yeah? Let's mention to them last year they bottled it under Mick Arteta. Super Mick Arteta. Wrong uns, yeah? Wearing T-shirts of Arteta out. The prop for Arteta out was relentless. All of a sudden they're loving him now, aren't they? They're loving him. It's been 9 games. Let's remind everyone last season, what did Chelsea do last season? 9, 10, 12 games. We were top of the league. We were flying. And what happened? We got fucked with injuries. Apart from everything else. Lukaku, COVID, not being able to postpone and reschedule games because of COVID, the sanctions, contract negotiations. They haven't got any of that, right? But when they get an injury, just an injury, their squad ain't got the minerals to cope with it. And that's where they will fall short. No one wants to talk about that. The media are loving it. The media are propping the Arsenal, aren't they? They're really propping it. Oh, yeah, they can go all the way. They're really playing well. They can go with toe. See, it's been 9 games, you Muppets. 9 games. They got 29 games to play. We've got 31 games to play. Yeah, we're actually building momentum and form. If you talk about the squads in the top 6, yeah, we go through Liverpool. They're thin now. Look, Diaz injured. Trent's injured. Yeah. Obviously, Reece is clear of Trent. We know that. Yeah. But they got injuries. It's hurting them. Injuries in midfield hurts them. They ain't got the squad depth. They're struggling, Liverpool, and it's a beautiful sight to see that the Dippers are in the mud and they're getting absolutely humbled. And some of them are calling for Klopp out. Look at the nonsense there. They're calling for Klopp out. The geezers won them their first Premier League in 30 years. And they want him out. Mugs. Listen, we weren't like that. We backed our Gaffer, but our fans were turning like that against Tuchel. Let's remind everyone, other content creators at Chelsea were turning on Tuchel, part of the campaign against Chelsea. Yeah? That's what they're doing at Liverpool now, but the media are very light on it. The brown envelopes are very light on it. There's none of that talk. If that was Chelsea, well, when it was under Tuchel, it was relentless. It was non-stop pressure on Thomas Tuchel. Non-fucking stop. All right? When it's Klopp, oh, no. Oh, he's a broken man. Let's feel sorry for him after the interview with Jan Arne Fjortoft, yeah? I watched that. He looked like he was about to cry. And everyone's like, oh, what a sad sight to see. He looks a broken man. Oh, well, what the fuck? We don't give a shit. I'm glad they're in the mud. Absolute rats, yeah? The amount of prop that they get from the media is disgusting. So, Arsenal, they ain't winning the league. I bet my mortgage on it. I'll put my mortgage on it. And I'm sure a lot of you guys in here will put a lot of money down to know that Arsenal are not winning the league. City are the favourites. But when you talk about squads, as I got slightly sidetracked, our squad is by far stronger than Man United, stronger than Liverpool, stronger than Arsenal, and stronger than Spurs, who everyone seems to be propping to get top four and contend for the title. So right now, Chelsea are building momentum. If we go to the San Siro tomorrow, and I strongly believe we'll win, I think we will win. I think Potter's cooking something right now. He's landing the minerals. But if we go and beat at the San Siro, which I think is Potter's biggest test right now, away at the San Siro, the reigning champions of Serie A, they've got a few players back. It's going to be a different test, a different type of game than playing at home, where we absolutely battered them. Let's have it right, 3-0. I think we're going to be serious this year. Believe it or not, I think we're going to actually be serious. Obviously, I'm backing Chelsea to go all the way. We can go and challenge for the title. Fucking why not? I don't see anyone else at the minute. I think Arsenal will fall short and they'll fall off a cliff. I expect that of them. And let's have it right. Arsenal haven't got any players in their squad with that winning mentality. They haven't crossed the line to win. Our players have. We've won Champions League, Club World Cup, Super Cup. We got into three domestic finals, 2 FA Cups and a Carabao Cup. And let's have it right. We were very unfortunate in all 3 of them. Any other day, I think we lift those trophies. My point is, our players, even so young, know what it takes to get over the line on the big stage under the huge pressure. Arsenal do not have that. And they're playing countless games in Europa League. Let's remind everyone that. Spurs are withering away in the Champions League. I don't even think they'll qualify. I did call that. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I called it at the start. So, Man United playing Europa. Man United could get some form. They just about got away with it yesterday against Everton. Just about. Super Frank almost done them all. And got that draw. Very unlucky. They're scraping results. But they don't have that momentum. They're not playing full, or they're not having that momentum full. We are currently, I would say, the third in place, playing into form with that momentum. And if we can go and beat AC Milan at San Siro, not only does that cement our place and our chances of getting qualification, but it's a big step in the right direction. Another win, a big win, to then go to Villa away and actually have a chance of landing the minerals and getting another 3 points and adding the heat. And we got a game in hand. They'll play another game. We'll have another game in hand. We've had 2 games postponed. Most of the teams have only had 1 game postponed. I think United have got 2. So we win those games in hand. We're well up there. We're all the little cry babies, Chelsea, so-called Chelsea fans, believing and backing the team when they're mudding Thomas Tuchel, saying we're not going to get top 4. Our team's shit. We need to bench players. We need to get rid of players. They're not good enough. We need to play unhappy players. Why are they not getting a chance to play? You know, all the Pulisic and the Ziyech, why are they not playing? Because they wanted to fucking leave. That's why. And Tuchel didn't have options in that period. We'd only played 6 games, I think, or 7 games under Tuchel. We had 32 games to play in the league and everyone's wetting their pants. Anyway, we'll move on to that. But my point is, big up Chelsea, old boys. I do not doubt he's in Milan, the geezer. Big up to you. Smash it, representing the Chelsea. Lovely to see you in here after a little while. And I'm buzzing, mate. I'm buzzing. Big up H Talks Chelsea. Big up Johnny. Massive game tomorrow. Hope we make a statement. Exactly what I was saying. Will's in here. Big up Johnny. What's good, my dude? Nice video you put out on Reece James yesterday. Yes, Henrik. Yes. Let me bring that up, guys. Let me bring that up for you guys. Because that was an old. Listen, when you talk about Johnny Minerals, yeah. When you talk about Johnny Minerals, yeah. I have been. I spoke about this. Was this last season? No. Was it last season? I think it was last season. Early last season. If I'm correct, I think it was early last season. So let me bring it up, guys. So anyone in here who hasn't seen it, I'll show it to you now. I'll show it to you now. Because I landed minerals about Reece James. I called it well before anyone, mate. They're only saying it now. Everyone's only saying it now. Yeah. I called it ages ago when it comes to Reece James. So let me
joined
just
by
pause
Johnny and his hat.
All right, hold on. All right, have we shared it? We shared it. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's go. Let's land it.
Joined by Johnny and his hat. What were the minerals like tonight, Johnny?
The minerals were all there. Let's have it right. A whole team performed, brought everything to table. But you know, I got to give a special shout out to the star boy Reece James. Reece James, let's have it right. He is fucking world class. There is no debate about it. Cancelo, who? Trent, who?
Walker, who?
As I said before, and I'll say it again, they can't lace no boots of Reece James. And I'm telling you, they got to choose from the left or the right because he's unbelievable. 2-footed. He run the game. He was a 9 out of 10. He was levels above everyone. I mean, everyone put in a performance, don't get me wrong. But Reece James stood out miles.
What makes him so good at the moment?
He's just got everything in his locker. Everything. Pace, strength, the reading of the game, intelligence. He scores goals, he assists. He's got a cross on him, a ball. He's got everything on him. I mean, I can't fault him. And the thing is, last season he was top draw. This season he's elevated to next level. He's what, 21? It's unbelievable. And I've said it before. I put him on par with Mason Mount. Them two are the future of Chelsea Football Club. They are by far levels above all of our internationals that we got playing in our side. They are they're proper Chelsea, and they're both captains, vice captain to Reece, and then captain to Money Mace. That's the way it's going to be for me.
Big up everyone, yeah. So that was about a year ago, and I think I don't know if that was the Juve game, but it was a little while ago. Early last season, I called it. I've been calling Reece world class. I call Mace world class because I see the minerals that they got in them, and obviously they were talking about Trent yesterday, so I put that video out just to remind everyone again that there is no debate or competition between Reece James and Trent Arnold. There's no debate. There's no doubting that Trent's got minerals, and on his day he's fantastic. But for me, Reece has that extra in his locker. He's got that extra in his locker. He's got the defensive side of his game. He's built better and stronger. He can shoot with left or right. He's not just right-footed. He can play in more positions, and he's got that leadership mentality in him when he plays the game. So for me, yeah, I had to land that, guys. Big up. Thanks for reminding me, H Talks Chelsea, for putting that up. Big up Leo up the minerals. Joseph says, big up Johnny Boy Blue. Yeah, big up to you, geezer. Seppers is in there. Big up, Seppers. Immortal Tretney, Evening Old, CFC Dino, Chaps 22, Hickory's in here. Let me land it here. William Mitchell, big up to you for your minerals donation and my member as well. Chelsea Old Boys, my member, big up to you, geezer. Another big up and shout out to you. Lovely to see you in here. Watched game now. Thought we were ratting more. Liked Mount and Gallagher in there. quicker play. Think Georgie will get phased out. Getting to watch game live tomorrow. Can't wait. Night off. Big up to you, geezer. Big up, William. Yeah, I mean, listen, the game I watched again, Mount man of the match, fantastic performance. We all know what the Minerals Mount brings, and we'll delve into what Graham Potter said in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, he's him and Gallagher. They're different players, but they offer something different. These guys, they offer something different. CFC Dino, smash the like button, guys. Smash that like button and subscribe. Help me get to the 4K. It's busting my nuts, guys, not getting to the 4K. What's going on? What's going on? Chelsea Potter is a quality choice. He knows the class of our squad and utilising it well. As usual, Mount is integral like Reece. Big things coming as usual. Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Let's have it right. Chelsea old boys, it's a very good choice of appointment. It's proving that at the minute. I do agree with you. I like the way he's utilising the squad. He made 7 changes between us playing at the Bridge against AC Milan and at the weekend against Wolves. 7 changes, and we won 3-0 back-to-back, and we didn't concede. That's credit to Graham Potter. The Potterals are landed. Very good. Very, very good. We saw when Tommy T made drastic changes, and we've seen managers in the past make drastic changes, and we end up either drawing or losing the game, especially off the back of the Champions League. We know our track record after playing midweek European football, and we come back to Premier League, we can be a bit rusty, depending if we go and win a title that year. Yeah, we'll go and smash it, but we're normally a bit we don't always hit the ground running, and we get caught out because of fatigue, traveling and all that. But that didn't happen. He utilized the squad correctly. He played the right blend. He got a good balance in the team. He gave Gallagher a run. He gave Pulisic a run. He got Brozier involved. Kai got a run. He rested, Reece James. He rested Aubameyang and Sterling. Thiago Silva, a big one to rest because he's going to play the San Siro. Very good game management. But at the same time, I think there's another reason for that, is that we're on a manager bounce. The players have to live. They have to land the minerals. They have to deliver. And I think there was a lot of players in our squad under Tuchel that let the Gaffer down. It's evident. It's evident. Look at the drastic change in the way we're playing from under Tuchel with Potter. There's a different attitude with the players. Not all players. There's some. I'm not going to obviously Mount, James, no dispute. Thiago Silva and certain players. But you look at the players that were looking to leave. You look at the players that were not playing, pulling up a strop. I think it got a bit too much. And look, we're not going to delve into the history at Tuchel, but I did watch streams back. Reignited this anger in me of how everything was against Thomas Tuchel. Now, everyone knows on Minerals FC how much I personally, as a platform, back Thomas Tuchel all the way to the end. There was nothing. I wouldn't criticise the Gaffer on fuck all right? Didn't deserve any criticism. The amount of criticism, the amount of slander, the amount of just jabs being thrown at the Gaffer at that time was disgusting, all right? And he had so much on his plate. And I can see now the difference between now with Potter and Tuchel. I can see in the team, when you talk about the team and the players, how things look different, how certain players look different, how there's like this more energy and hunger, and there's a point to prove. I think Potter's very good with the psychological aspect, talking to the players, man management. He's trying to bring harmony, which is what Tuchel did when he came in, and then it all falls to shit because we have to remind everyone that we've got players from 5 previous managers. 5 previous managers. We've got all these players, and then we're slowly getting them out, surplus to requirements. But right now, Potter can't do that. He's got a little, some new signings come in, which were never Tuchel signings. I don't buy it. They never were. But anyway, we move. Big up Chelsea old boys. Let me just run through you guys. I'm way behind the chat. Indefinites in here. Big up to you, Geezer, my member. They're playing good football, but it reminds of Chelsea last year. Don't forget we were top of the league until December, exactly. And we were flying. But let's have it right. We weren't playing well, and we were top of the league. We weren't playing very well, and we were top of the league. So I think at the moment, the last 2 games, I think we're playing very, very well, guys. Like I say, we're playing as a team. When have we seen us? The only time I saw us play as a team this season under Tuchel was against Spurs. And second half against West Ham away. West Ham at home, where we won the game. Other than that, fucking hell. I was at Goodison Park. Goodison, we just about snuffed it out. And let's remind everyone, the last time we won at Goodison Park, or every time we've pretty much won at Goodison Park, we won the league. Let's just plant that in the memory bank. Because I've just got this vibe, and I don't know why. I ain't got a clue why. But let's see how we get on in the next sort of up to the World Cup. I want to see what points we rack up and how we perform. Because I think if we go on a run and we build momentum, we will be right up there to go toe to toe with City. I genuinely think that. I don't know why. I just got this feeling Potter might do something absolutely unexpected and incredible. But I mean, it's a bit extreme, but you never know, guys. You never know. Big up Chronic in here. Guys, get me to the 100. I should be on 150 likes already, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Let me go through. Big up to Trapmash for your minerals donation. Johnny, just an idea. Why don't you do match day vlog? Nah, I'm not really that guy. When I go to the games, I like to enjoy the game. I don't really want to have a camera on me all the time. It's bad enough I'm doing a camera here, guys, for all you guys to see me. But not really for me. I like to stick it to pre and after game. I'll do film parts of the game, and obviously that'll be something for you guys don't get the opportunity to go to games. You get to see that, but I mean, Chelsea Fan TV do that. So, you know what I mean? You can go to Chelsea Fan TV to watch the vlogs they do. If you want to get that whole sort of game day experience, home and away, they do that. But for me, not really, guys. Not for me. But appreciate your minerals donation. Appreciate that. Miguel says, mud everyone. Yeah, always, bruv. Always. Let's have it right. All right, so big up Georgie 1 foot. What's going on, guys? I'm glad you guys are back in here. I don't know where you've been for the last 2 streams or whatever I've done. I've done a stream, few videos. Big up to all you guys back in here. Minerals are landing daily, guys. Minerals are landing daily. Lovely to see you. The beautiful games in here. Big up yourself, Johnny. Lovely to see you there. Chelsea OG, my member, big up to you. Big up the chat. All positive up in here. It is. Right, let's just run through. Okay, so let's delve into some serious minerals. Should we mud the brown envelope? Shall we mud the brown envelope? I'm going to mud the brown envelope. Let's go. Let's fucking do it. Ironically, who's it about? It's about the silky German, bruv. Let's have it right. Kai, generational Havertz, the silky German. He's going to ball out at Chelsea this year. Everyone coming at Kai this year. You're all going to be in the mud, and I stand by it. I know the capabilities of this player. And another one who's always mudding. He loves to mud. It's like part of his CV. Just mud the haters. Is the Minerals Mount. He muds all the haters all day long, and I love it, and I'm all for it. Right, okay, so let's get into it. Let's mud the brown envelope. Simon Johnson. Look what he's put here, guys. Look what he's put here. It's taken Kai Havertz over 2 years to score in consecutive home games in the Premier League for CFC. That's a great positive. For a man of his talent, that is too long. and he needs to start fulfilling his vast potential with competition for places increasing. My column here. Well, let's have it right. The Athletic, Simon Johnson, you can do one. We don't give a toss about your opinion. You're there. This is what it's about, guys. For me, this brown envelope is literally forcing a cancel culture on Kai Havertz already, while we're building momentum and we're in a good moment right now. All right. And Kai's bagged another goal, a very important goal. Let me remind everyone, against Wolves 1-0 just before halftime. Credit to Minerals Mount with his beautiful open play assist. But this is the thing. All right. The timing of this is ridiculous. There's no need for it. There is absolutely no need for it. Not only is Kai building confidence and momentum, and he's got another Premier League goal and a big goal, because the other goal, let's remind everyone, the other goal was what? Let me remind, the winner against West Ham, where they had 10 men and it was a low block. And Minerals Mount and Kai Havertz came on and we changed the game with Broha and Chilwell. Big up Chile as well. Yeah. And this is what I'm talking about. All right. And he sat back. Aubameyang's come in. He scored 2 clinical goals and we brought Kai in, and Kai's delivering the goals. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? This guy, Simon Johnson, let's have it right, is part of the campaign against Chelsea. Everything he's saying there is a negative, salty tweet. That's what it is. It's just salty. All right. There's no need for it. Why negative? We're off. We've lost our Tuchel manager, our Gaffer, and we've brought in a new Gaffer, Potter, who's actually trying to be positive, doing great things. He's getting results, and you're bringing this negativity in the comments now. Rousing up all the Chelsea fans that got their player agendas, bringing toxicity. That's what it does. This is when I talk to you about the narratives that are put in place by these large accounts, the media, the brown envelopes, the content creators. They do this consistently and it's got to stop. And I'm here to stop it. I'm here to call it out. And I'm calling it out. And big up to every single one of you in here that's supporting me and my channel. But that's the reality. It's uncalled for. Before a Champions League away game at San Siro, a massive game about us, which in result could essentially qualify us for the knockout stages if we beat AC Milan away, yeah? And putting it on a player that's just come off scoring. He made 131 runs over the last sort of 2 games. Impressive, intense work rate for the team. Doesn't get found all the time, but he makes the runs. He pulls defenders out of positions. It's very important for the fluidity and the movement of the way we play as a team. All right. But that doesn't get spoken about. All gets spoken about is his goals. But let's have it right. He's not a fucking striker, guys. He's not an actual traditional number 9. He's more of a Muller. That's what he is. He's a Muller. He's that sort of 10, false 9 player, free roaming player. But we saw it with Leverkusen. We've seen that goal at Newcastle over the top, Bergkamp, Berbatov-esque, finished 2-touch volley, goal, instinctive, clinical. We saw the goal against West Ham away, clinical finish. Another clinical header here, how he guided it in. So Simon Johnson, you need to hush your beak, son. Yeah, you need to hush your beak. We're not interested in it. And the sad thing is, that the Chelsea fans on the timeline, they buy into that. I don't even want to go through the comments, but this is what I wrote. I wrote this. I said, look at the brown envelope forcing the cancel culture on Kai when he and we as a team are building momentum. This fella is part of the campaign against Chelsea. So it's simple. Don't buy into his garbage. Up the silky German and up the Chelsea. Let's have it right. Yeah, let's have it right. Up the silky German, yeah. It's just the poor timing, guys. It's unacceptable. And this is the Athletic for you. This is the Athletic. They can't let go of Chelsea. They have to have something on Chelsea, even though we've got a British manager. They just got to dig their heels in. That's them to a T. That's them to a T. They're disgusting. And I cannot stand it. So we've called that out. Manny says, can't you guys intimidate these journos in person? Say that, listen, if I ever saw any of these brown envelopes, I'd tell them about themselves. I generally would. They're disgusting. How they treated our club all the way through the sanctions, all the way through to where we are now, the whole past. Obviously, I wasn't in this game before then. so I didn't really have any sort of voice. I'm glad I'm trying to build a voice against these campaign merchants. Yeah, of course we would. Where was that? CFC says Johnson was also saying how much money Havertz makes, which was also a lie. Yeah, they lie about a lot of things. Let's have it right. The Athletic, Mr. Ornstein, he bullshitted when we actually signed Kai Havertz. He said we were only going to sign him for no less than 100 million. They won't accept anything less because he was working for Leverkusen and Voller at the time, who was their director, trying to get the most money for Kai Havertz when in COVID period no one had a pot to piss in and no one else was in for him. And Ornstein was being paid the brown envelopes to get that price as high as possible. What did Marina do? We signed him for 72 million sterling. 72 million sterling. And that was, I think, day after or 2 days after Ornstein put that out, we ended up signing for 72 million. So yeah, they're in the mud. Seriously, Chelsea old boys. Potter is a PhD man in man management, so I'm not too worried what they say about Havertz or anyone. He will the players' levels in their belief. He will instill the players' levels in their belief with focus and drive up the Chelsea. Yeah, I agree. I think he's somehow. If you look at the mood of the squad at the moment, it's a good mood. When you look at the mood that was under Tuchel, completely different. And this is a big thing, you know, but obviously it's a manager bounce. But I think, like I say to everyone, I think Potter has the minerals, yeah, with longevity to continue this. As long as he's backed by Bowley, Clearlake, and behind the scenes, and I mean properly backed where this situation occurs, where Pulisic just doesn't work, and they're reluctant to let him go like they were this summer. And Tuchel wanted him out, wanted Ziyech out, and they kept them. All right. If Potter turns around and says, I don't want them, if they back him and say, right, we're getting rid of whoever you don't want, you know, because we believe in you, you've got a 5-year project and plan and your blueprint and this and that, then I think Potter will continue the way he does manage the squad, irrespective, because I think once the player power has been taken out and cut out of our club, because it's been there for so long, even under Roman. Because at the end of the day, guys, they're assets. They're worth money. You know, a manager can be quickly changed, but the players is a little bit more complex and difficult. But I think if it's like Fergie back in the day, he just gets shot of whoever it was, even if they're world class in their prime. If they fell out with a player that he was backing, for example, Van Nistelrooy fell out with had a dig with Ronaldo, and Fergie just got rid of him instantly. He got rid of Roy Keane. You know, it's just madness. Beckham, all these players. If Potter has that, then I think yes, he can go and be our Sir Alex Ferguson in this era. And he has the blueprint and the style of football to do great things as Pep is doing right now. And Pep's not going to be there forever. So that's my thought process. I'm backing, as I said from day one when we signed this the Gaffer Potterals, yeah, I'm backing him all the way. At the end of the day, it's Chelsea. And Chelsea's the number one. All right? Chelsea's number one. Let's just run through, guys. Top Bin says these clowns don't see movement, passing, etc. It's all about goals. If he doesn't score, he doesn't contribute. Their ball knowledge is a joke, disgrace. Very great point. It's something that I talk about all the time. But for some reason, people just look at end product. All right. But sometimes players and the great players, they don't always have the end product, but they have the impact and the impetus in the game and for the team. And that's what Minerals Mount does. That's what Kai Havertz does. Big things they do for the team. But it goes under the noses and under the radar of all the agenda merchants or people that don't look at football in that way. They just look at, does he score a goal? How do you know? And they want the glory, that side of it. But it's not just about that, guys. It's just not about that. And I'm glad you highlighted that up, Top Bins. Big up to you, Geezer. Super Tommy C says Mikel Arteta has been Arsenal manager for 3 years now. He's never made top 4. You never hear the Athletic talk about Arteta or put agenda on Arteta. Facts. Minerals landed. The agenda is not as strong with Arsenal and Spurs as it is with Chelsea, and we know that. We know that. And we've delivered. We won titles. Kai Havertz won the Champions League for Chelsea, scoring a winning goal. Mason Mount, open play assist, biggest open play assist in Chelsea's history. Yeah. Mata, another open play. How many assists have we got in our history? Arsenal got 0 in the Champions League. We got 2. They don't come often, and it's very hard to win. I can't remember the last time Arsenal heard the Champions League anthem. All of a sudden, they're praising and blowing the trumpet at Arteta. They made some signs. Let's remind everyone, Arsenal spent a shitload of money. They spent more money than Chelsea. We're 10th on the list. I think they're about 5th on the list of the most net spend over the last decade. Let's have it right. That doesn't get spoken about. Man United are the highest spenders at the top, just over $1 billion. Man City second. I've got the list somewhere. I should bring it up really, but I haven't got time to dig it out. But that's facts. That's facts. I'm landing there. But the point is, they're pushing that agenda, that train. They want that Arsenal back up there. It's pathetic, and we're going to mud them all. Chelsea will mud them. Don't worry about that. Manny says the ownership turned on TT and the players followed. Yeah, I agree with that. Certain players, not all the players. Certain players. This is my thing with Minerals FC. We're against the brown envelopes. We're against the media. We hate them. And we hate any content creators that are part of that campaign. And I've called them out. We know who they are. Rory Jennings is one of them, clear as day. You've got the kickoffs and all these people. You've got a lot of wrongings in the game that all add their 10 pence. But at the end of the day, none of that's here. So I'm all for that. Anyway, you guys know who the agenda merchants are. You know who all the two collaterals are. I don't need to tell you that. You can name me them all in the chat, and I'm seeing them already. You can name me all the names. Name them in the chat, guys. Name them in the chat. You know who we're talking about. So, before we get into the San Siro, I want to bring this up because it's very important, right? It's very important. It's very important because it connects two points I want to make. Well, they're not points. They're more 2 things I want to talk about. Big things. One links to today's daily news, and from that it backs my argument and everything I've been talking about under the Tuchel era and me going back and watching my stream. So I'm going to land it now. So this is an article. Various articles were put out. Evening Standard, Daily Mail, Telegraph. It was all put out today. And we know what the brand envelope are about. But the thing is, and they brought up the contract, and they brought up when things are going, people come easing off Minerals Mount, yeah, because of his 2 assists. But where was this prop? Where was this energy like I was giving and you guys were giving when everyone was coming at him under Tuchel? Where was that energy? It was all nowhere to be seen. It's disgusting, really. But anyway, let me read this out. This is what Potter said. He's the main headlines are these. I'll read them out because I haven't got them on there. But the main headlines are the sky's the limit for Mason Mount, says Graham Potter, as Chelsea boss reignites England stars form. And the other headline is Graham Potter does not doubt Mason Mount at all, and neither should you. So what's he said here? He said, I really liked his performance against Wolves. He made lots of runs in behind, sacrificed himself for the team. Very key. Very key. He landed Minerals there, double whammy there, shotgun. Double barrel shotgun there. He made lots of running behind, yeah, and sacrificed himself for the team. This is the thing that people don't get about Minerals Mount. How he sacrifices his own GA, his own personal ambitions for the team. That is Mason Mount to a T. That's exactly what he's about. He's a team player. He's all about the team. He's all about whatever the Gaffer asks me, I'll do it. So when he played under Tuchel, it's whatever the Tuchel asked of him. Whatever he does under Potter, it's what Potter asks of him. And Potter's identified that he's the glue, he's the minerals of this team, and he brought it out of him in the last 2 games. You saw glimpses of it at Crystal Palace. Then you saw the AC Milan game at home where he was fantastic and didn't get the GA, but he was class off the ball, pockets, working the across the ball, pass to Reece James, the vision, the sharpness, the chances the first shot chance he had to make the goalkeeper save, and then he had the performance against Wolves, which was just an outstanding performance where his stats went through the roof and he got 2 open play assists. He then goes on to say, worked hard when we didn't have the ball. A really good performance, yeah? I've no doubt about Mason Mount at all. It's just like anything. Sometimes the team doesn't function as well, and so the individuals don't function as well. Listen to this. This is what I've been saying all the way through the Tuchel period, and no one wanted to fucking listen. All the other content creators, all the other agenda merchants, they don't understand it, guys. Sometimes the team doesn't function as well, and so the individuals don't function as well. What were we talking about under Tuchel? The attack. It was all about the attack. Is shit. Any attackers we put, they don't perform. Why? Why? Because the balance ain't there. Certain players in other positions ain't doing their job. The transitions are too slow. We got injuries. We got all these issues. So what happens? Of course, it affects players like Minerals Mount, Kai Havertz, Sterling's even. You know, it affects these players, guys. It affects the wing backs. These are the things I'm talking about. Any young players, know you have the moments when it doesn't go your way, and it's about what you can learn from that. He's got the personality. He's got the he's got the personality to continue develop. He's a delight to work with. Yeah, he's a delight to work with, and this is the key point, guys. You know, this Potter's sending a message there. He's very clever, but he's sending a message to the fan base as well as the media, because the media have been getting on his balls about no GA in this. We've seen it all. It's disgusting. All right, but they weren't propping Mount when he had the 29 GA when he was 4th in the league and we weren't playing very well and we just about got top 4. They weren't propping him like they do Foden and Grealish, Maddison's and all these other players that have done nothing in context to what Mason Mount's done and the numbers, you know. But they're quick to put him down, and the Gaffer's come in now and he knows straight away. And what Potter's done is said, this player, he's 100% part of my future plans. I rate him. He's class. He's the minerals. And that's what he's done. But he's also mentioned the key point for me, which is when I watched my streams back, it was about how the team had so many deficiencies. The way we played, the so slow transitions. It was killing us, guys. Look at how we move the ball quicker now. Look how we move the ball quicker. And what a benefit that is to Mount. How many times have I said Mason Mount is so quick off the ball when he gets into the positions? When he's in those positions, the ball doesn't get to him in time. He has to come back, and then it all starts. It stops the attack and the fluidity, and it affects Kai Havertz, Sterling, all the players in the attack. It was the same old story, and Jorginho's a culprit of that. Playing Loftus-Cheek and Gallagher in a 6-6 was a culprit of that. They have too many touches. They take too long on the ball, and it kills the attack. It kills players like Mason Mount. All of a sudden, we're seeing a sharpness and a quicker transition of play, whether it's out wide or central, and it's benefiting Mount. And that's what you saw against Wolves. Better. It was great at AC Milan, and we saw the benefits there. Slightly different tactical game, but against Wolves, we really reaped the benefits of Mason Mount and how he's got the nous and the ability to help out his teammates, to dig out, to do the dirty side of the game, to do the things under the radar of the average fan that watch football. He does things under the radar that people don't notice, and I notice it, and that's why I rate him fucking world-class minerals general, because I don't only see his end product, I don't see all the glory, I see the other side of the game. And most proper Chelsea fans do see that, and they love that about Mace, because that's what he offers. And Potter clearly sees it, has seen it, rates him extremely highly, and he knows he's the glue of the team. So I'm very happy Potter came out with that, shut a lot of the haters up. All those doubting that he's not going to sign a contract and that he's not good enough, he doesn't deserve his contract, and all the agenda merchants that wanted him benched. at the start of the season for playing every game when all you've got as an option is Pulisic and Ziyech, who want to leave your club in that moment in time. Let's remind everyone. No, Middlesbrough plays regardless. Middlesbrough played against Wolves. Reece James didn't. Reece James was rested. But Middlesbrough played, and what did we do? We went and won 3-0. When everyone tells me that Reece James is our highest chance creator, he contributes to the chance creation in the way we play. But when you talk about pure chance creation, Mason Mount is number one at Chelsea Football Club. When you play through Mount and you benefit Mount and you build around him, he reaps the rewards and he will give everything to the team to have that chance creation. And he's top in key passes, top in chance creation. He's got his 2 open play assists, and these are open play passes as well that he's making. Yeah. I think he's on something. He was 17. I think he's on now like 23. Yeah. Sterling's on I think he's on 12, and Reece James and Cucurella are on 10 key passes. Yeah. Mason Mount's clear. That's why he plays every game, because of what he gives to the team. And I've been repeating this up. Big up to Potter, my gaffer. Big up to the gaffer for backing Johnny Minerals and landing it and saying exactly what I've been saying. And that was a key point. Mount also does well club and counter, so you know for sure he's good. There's no debate about him. There's no debate about him. Yeah. Guys, let me know what likes I'm on. Guys, I've got almost 150 to 200 people. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. These are the facts, guys. These are the facts, yeah. I'm not here. You know, people go, oh, he's only a Mount fan. Listen, do you know what it is, yeah? I back Mason Mount all day long. Do you know how much hate that kid gets? Do you know how much hate he gets? It's disgusting for what he's delivered. He's proven Minerals pedigree at Chelsea Football Club. He's diehard Chelsea. He bleeds blue. He's Chelsea. He's been there since the age of 6. Yeah. He loves this club, this agenda, especially from some proper Chelsea out there. There's some agenda out there. There's people that go to the games, yeah, and they put this narrative and they go with the narrative of all the other numpties because that it suits them to do that and they want to be hipster. This kid deserves all the backing. He's the last on the list to have a go at. No one has a go at Reece James, but everyone wants to come at Mason Mount. Do you know why? Because they don't get Mason Mount. And that's all it is. They just don't get him. They don't watch him. They don't get it. Manny says, Johnny, what are your thoughts about Broha, proper Chelsea mate? Listen, Broha, I think he's got the making of a Diego Costa in him. He's very young, he's very raw, but I think he'll be nurtured under Potter. And he's been eased in, if we notice. And what a great goal, very Costa-esque goal, strong, made the goal himself, sort of thing. And I've got very high hopes for Broha, and I'm so happy he stayed. I expected him to stay. So all the brand outlets told us that he was going on a permanent deal. They're all in the mud. Ibrahim says, "Big up, Johnny. Potter is beginning to rock. I'm witnessing every players are improving. Chelsea forever. They are, but it's a sort of like a honeymoon period at the minute. But I think Potter's got minerals, guys. I think he's a special guy, special manager. He's got huge potential." And I'm impressed with what I've seen so far. I think when people go, I'm watching beautiful football, and I wouldn't go as far as that yet. I think they're jumping the gun now, and I think they're on that prop chain because it suits them, these other creators and that. Calling Chelsea boring under Tuchel, which I think is very disrespectful to Tuchel, but that just proves their agenda anyway on Tuchel. Because they're little merchants, but I would say there's moments within the games that you're seeing nice play, but it's no rocket science. You play the ball quicker. The midfield is the key. When you win titles, when we won the Champions League, what was the battle? let's take the semi-final against Real Madrid. What was the battle that needed to be won? It was the battle in the midfield when you had Modric, Kroos, Casemiro. We had Kante, Jorginho, Minnals, Mount. Yeah, that's where you win the game. That's where you win the game. When we played them in the last knockout stage last season, we lost the midfield battle. And that's why we lost the game. That's why Tuchel struggled with us, because of our midfield. It's not good enough. What Potter has done, and what I've noticed he's tweaked, is that he's giving Mason Mount more of a free role to be in that midfield, also with Gallagher in the last game. When Gallagher didn't play, you had Mason Mount predominantly in that midfield area. He's rejuvenating Loftus-Cheek. Jorginho's got his flaws. We all know about Jorginho, but Jorginho has to play it quicker, and I think Potter's trying to get that urgency out of him. But the reason we lost our attack bite and impetus, is because of our midfield. It's because of our midfield. And the wing backs weren't allowed to push up as much because of the how exposed our midfield would be. They're the real issues. Potter's managing to pave over these cracks. And let me remind everyone, all right, Tuchel last year had so many issues. When he first came in, he paved over all the cracks. Why? Because he had a full squad to utilise. Last year, we got sabotaged with injuries to our key wing backs. Reece James, Chilwell, predominantly Chilwell, yeah? We had injuries to Kante continuously and Kovacic. Jorginho had to be overplayed. We didn't have backup. We only had Sol and Loftus-Cheek, you know. We had Lukaku situation. We had all these issues, sanctions, blah, 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 blah. All right? Then he comes into this season, and when we start, what were the problems again? The problems were we had to play Gallagher in the double six. We had to play Loftus-Cheek in the double six. At one point, we couldn't even play Loftus-Cheek in the double six because we had no right wing back, because we couldn't play Asby, we couldn't play Chalobah. We had to play Reece James right centre back. That was against Leeds away. No one wanted to speak about that. Yeah. And you're limited. Tuchel was limited. So therefore, all those cracks in our squad open up. Right now, if you look at the signings we've made, and apart from Kante and a bit Kovacic just come back in the right time, Potter doesn't have that issue. He's got both Cucurella and Chilwell. He's got Asby now. He's got Chalobah now, fitter. He's got Reece James fit. He's got Aubameyang on the bench if he wants. Sterling he's got Kai Havertz. He's got Broja. He's got Pulisic. Ziyech, forget Ziyech for me. But my point is, under Tuchel's first part of the season, he didn't have options on the bench, in midfield, in defence. Koulibaly was red carded in moments. Fofana was just signed. He didn't have options. He had to overplay Thiago Silva. In the attack, he had Ziyech and Pulisic who were looking to leave. Didn't play them. And sometimes he was forced to play them. These are the things that no one wants to talk about. And they're very important facts. Because Potter doesn't have this issue now. That's why he's reaping the rewards. Potter has now inherited the benefits of what Tuchel built to an extent. How he's developed Mason Mount, Reece James. He's developed players. He's brought in with his name players. And now Potter is inheriting that. Like Tuchel inherited the foundations that Frank Lampard laid. It's a life cycle and a domino effect. And this is the point, guys. Potter has now walked in and he's got a full squad to utilise. The cracks won't appear. The cracks only appear when you get the injuries. Okay? And that's why Arsenal will fall off a fucking cliff. Because the moment they get an injury to a Partey or to a Ben White or to, what's his name, a Saliba or a Jesus who's quite injury prone, what happens? What happens to the way they play? They haven't got the strength and depth of that quality. Their first 11, yeah, great. But when you look at their squad, that's where they fall short and the cracks appear and the inconsistencies appear and they won't perform that level. That's what happened to Chelsea when we were at the top of the table, balling, without playing that well. We just started momentum against Leicester away and Juventus at home, and then we got the injury and it all went to pot, and we had all the other issues we know about. Potter hasn't got this, and I hope he doesn't have any of these issues. I think the only player you can expect to get definitely injured is Kovacic, more than likely. He's so in and out. And Kante. But look to back my argument. Look at the bench when we played Wolves and compare that bench and the first team that played to when Tuchel had his 5 games at Chelsea in the league. And that tells you everything you need to know. He had no Sterling to rest. He had no James to rest. He had no Aubameyang on the bench. He couldn't rotate. Yeah. He didn't have these options. He didn't have Kovacic. He only had Jorginho, Gallagher, Loftus-Cheek. And that hurt Mason Mount. It hurt Kai Havertz. It hurt Sterling to a degree. You know, this is the point, guys. This is the point. Big up, Johnny. Well said. Midfield is the key. Potter is fixing it. I miss Tuchel. I always will. We are getting the full squad back. I'm hopeful that we can go far. We have squad depth. We do have squad depth. Exactly that. So, guys, you get what I'm saying, yeah? You get what I'm saying. Like and subscribe. I should be on 200 likes, guys. Absolute minimum. Get me to the 4K. Any new guys in here? Anyone viewing? Get in the chat. Just get in the chat. Land the minerals in the chat. But these are the facts. The midfield was killing us, guys. All the Jorginho stands won't say that, yeah? All right? And it's not a dig at Jorginho. It's just that he's too slow. All right? He's too slow. And in defence to Jorginho under Tuchel's period is he had a Gallagher next to him or he had a Loftus-Cheek next to him. And it hurt him because they don't really have that. Gallagher doesn't have the experience and he's not a 6, all right? Although he's got the work rate, but he hasn't got the experience, game intelligence to cover Jorginho and all his flaws, whereas Kante and Kovacic do. And then you've got Loftus-Cheek who doesn't have legs and the intensity like a Gallagher, and isn't a 6, who's there got a cover. So then what does that do? It puts extra pressure on Mason Mount to help out and get in positions, which affects his offensive game, and no one wants to talk about it. And I'm bringing up Mount because Mount sacrifices his own personal benefits in his way of playing or being predominantly saying, no, I'm an attacker, I'm a number 10, I'm going to roam around there. No, I help out my teammates. I dig it out. That's what the Minerals is about, being a team player. Or you have to rely on Reece James helping out Jorginho and nonsense like that. So these are the issues. I don't think Jorginho will be here next year. Doesn't look like Kante. There's talks of Kante going, what? Is it Spurs and Arsenal? Bangers and mash, brown envelope waffle. Do not buy that shit. If he's going anywhere, he's going to go to Real Madrid or he's going to go PSG. He ain't going another Premier League club. Yeah, he wouldn't do that. He knows the rivalry. And they ain't got the money to pay up for N'Golo Kante. So I think those two players might end up leaving next year. So it is all about how you manage a squad. My thing is this: the big test for Graham Potter tomorrow is he's made the 7 changes. Is he going to make another 7 changes? He's going to make another 5 changes. Still a lot of changes. The attack was quite fluid, but it's playing Wolves. Wolves were quite decent. They had some chances. But we have to see, guys. We have to see. This is the test tomorrow. 100 likes. Piss poor. Guys, get me to the 200 likes. Thiago Silva, wonderful player. Absolutely wonderful player. What a player. Generational, world-class player. So important, so integral to the way the defence plays. But let's give a shout out to Koulibaly for handling the centre of the defence and commanding it without Thiago Silva. And he did a fantastic job. Big up to Koulibaly, yeah. He's adapting nicely. We've also got to understand we've got the new players still adapting to the Chelsea way of playing. New manager now. That takes time, but Potter seems to be managing it quite well. My question to Potter tomorrow is, who's he going to play? Chilwell or Cucurella? Who's he going to play? I'll tell you another thing. When you talk about Cucurella in the last game and what he generally does, when he played the left centre back, and I want to see if you guys clock this as well, but he plays those forward progressive balls, maybe not running with the ball as much, but he does do it, but more with the quick passing. Who did that in our squad last year? Antonio Rudiger. Koulibaly can do it, but Cucurella's a bit more aggressive with it. Koulibaly did that centrally against Wolves. If Koulibaly plays left centre back, then I want to see that. I don't know, if you play three at the back, you're playing Trev Chalobah, you're playing Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, and then it's down to who's the wing back, Chilwell or Cucurella. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Also, there's a lot of people getting on my nuts about Pulisic and my hate for Pulisic. I don't hate the player. I've never hated the player. In fact, I've backed him for countless years that he's been at Chelsea. I've had massive arguments with people that don't rate him and this and that. I always back my players, yeah. But my thing with Pulisic is this, yeah. He wanted to leave our football club. He dissed the manager, Tuchel, and that came out. He's a talker out of the dressing room. He's got the whole of America on our asses. And all their negative nonsense and the way they disrespected Tuchel. This is the stuff I don't like about Pulisic. I don't like the baggage. I don't like his old man talking so ballsy. When his son's not delivering on the pitch, when Pulisic doesn't deliver on the pitch, yeah, he's been given opportunities and he didn't deliver. He just didn't want to play under Tuchel and he wanted to leave and wanted to extend his contract to leave. This is my issue with Pulisic. This is my issue. That's why I struggle to back him as much as I back everyone else, along with Ziyech as well. Ziyech, fucking hell, he's got to go in January. His performances before Tuchel got sacked was disgusting. Even Pulisic's performances. I don't forget these things. I don't forget how they performed under Tuchel. Yeah, because whether you like the manager or not, whether you're unhappy about not playing, go and deliver and land your minerals on the pitch. First thing. The second thing is this. You serve a duty to that badge you wear every time you step on that pitch. So when you down tool the gaffer, you're down tooling Chelsea Football Club. That's my issue with Pulisic and Ziyech. They disrespected the club. And you know with Lukaku what happens when you disrespect the club with me. He went way, way across the line. These two are borderlines. They're borderlines. For me, that's my personal feeling. Doesn't mean I don't celebrate their goals. Absolutely. A fucking great goal Pulisic scored. Credit to him. Wonderful finish. Yeah. And I'm very happy. Yeah. But he needs to earn his love and respect from me personally. I'm speaking for myself. He needs to earn his love and respect and full backing. Yeah. I back everyone in the Chelsea shirt when they play on that pitch. But I don't back all the other antics. Absolute waffle. I can't stand it. So I want to squash that. That's my personal explanation on Pulisic. There's no hate there. That's it. That's it. That's it. Fans are celebrating the linesman. Offside goal for Mason Mount. A majority of them were American fans. The Pulisic stands. Some of them are the other, just haters. That's what I'm talking about. That's the garbage. That's the baggage. That's what I cannot stand. And unfortunately, that comes with Pulisic. If Pulisic doesn't deliver this season, he's gone. He's finished. He's got to go. You've got to go. You've got to go. Big up Nick Smith, my geez. Big up Johnny. Mud in the flip-flops on a regular basis. Big up geezer. Lovely to see you, my guy. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see all the regulars in here, guys. Lovely to see all the regulars in here. Like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe. In fact, my tweet I put out, let me bring it up so everyone can see. Everyone can see. Let me bring it up. just to, there we are. Here it is. Just to prove my point. So here I put, I got 2 screenshots. I've got Mount assist, Pulisic goal, haters in the mud. If I'm hating on a player, yeah, I'm not going to tweet that. Haters in the mud, yeah. I'm very happy for Pulisic. I'm very happy. And it's great. And this one here, Mount assist, Havertz goal, haters in the mud. Let's have it right. 2 open play assists for Minerals Mount. Big up Aaron as well. Aaron Smith says, Minerals FC becoming my fave Chelsea YouTuber. Shout out to you, geezer. In fact, am I right in does he do artwork? Yeah. Aaron Smith, the drawings by Aaron. He's got some quality stuff on here, guys. Some great artwork. This is a quality one. I remember that. It's a great celebration. He's an artist, isn't he? So big up to Aaron. Go and follow him, guys. Go and follow him. In fact, I should follow him, really. There you go. Let me just run through this. Also, Grandpa says, Grandpa makes that he's a fantastic player and a fantastic person, and he continues in all phases of the game. He is an important player for us. He brings so much energy, and he's really responsible. Yeah. But I want to play this, guys, because this is key. Oh, yes. Also, guys, I'm the CEO of the MM19 Hive account on Twitter. Let's have it right. And it was permanently suspended. I've got it unsuspended, guys. Please give it a follow. Get it booming, guys. You all guys that love Minerals Mount, that support Minerals Mount, go and show your support and follow the account. Also, EPL Statman Mason Mount created more chances than any other player in Saturday's Premier League games. 5 chances created, 2 assists. All 5 chances were from open play. There you go. All from open play. Big up the Minerals Mount. All right, this is what I want to say. This is very important, guys. This was from my stream from West Ham, and this is about player agendas. Yeah, so let's play this. And I like Kai Havertz. They're playing them, guys. If you keep chopping and changing like you lot, all you numpties want to drop players, you got to keep playing them and play them in form. And I like Kai Havertz, the silky German, yeah, the way he came out. He says, hello, Chelsea fans. Glad to score the winning goal up the Chelsea. He's mudding you all, mate. He's saying, fucking back me. Back me and I'll deliver. And when players are down and not performing well, what do you lot do? You go and fucking criticize. You go and slander. You go and fucking demand they be benched. You go and push all this negativity. It's no good, guys. It's no good. Defeats the object of being a supporter. You know what it is? When they play well, they all want to know you. They all want a piece of you. But when you're not playing well, they want to fucking mud you. It don't go like that, because it's when you're down and you're not playing well, that's when they need your support. Because they ain't getting it from rivals. They ain't getting it from the media. They have to get it from us, the Chelsea. That's what you do. So put your agendas aside, and this is a team game. It's not about individual agendas. You can say Mount is poor all you well want, but whether you like it or not, if you watch him off the ball, that's what he offers. They can't track him. He occupies space and pockets, and against 10 men, we didn't have that, geezer. Until he came on, we didn't have it. And that was against West Ham. Playing them, guys. When we won the game, we won the game 2-1 and Havertz scored the winner. That was that moment, guys. So for me, this is a key point. Everyone is coming at their own players. They've got their own agendas. I am very well known. I back all my players. Yeah, I back them all. Right. Very rarely do I really criticize unless someone's pissing me off and they just got an agenda against Mount. I'm going to back Mount all the way because he doesn't deserve any criticism or hate. Yeah. And he's still a very young player, so he's only going to get better. But these guys want the finished article in Kai Havertz. They want the finished article in Mason Mount. They want the finished article in all these young players. That's what they want. But it doesn't work like that. We had to wait. We had to wait for Kevin De Bruyne to go and leave to become the player he is. But I want to have that patience with Kai Havertz, which leads me on to this next point. This is from my last. It's a clip that I want to put up because it's about Kai Havertz, and I don't know if anyone's seen it, but I'm gonna play it anyway because I think it's important, guys, to hear what I've got to say about Kai Havertz. This was on Gem's show, innit? Yeah, so I'm going to play this. Hold on, got an advert here.
Whoa, did you feel that? That'll be the most powerful.
Big up to everyone. Like and subscribe,
ever.
guys.
Like
and subscribe, people. Very important to like and subscribe, guys.
Duracell.
Hold on. Let me land it. Consistency. So how the fuck are you supposed to get consistency when the team is inconsistent? Here we go.
For me, again, the ability not only to score goals, to arrive a little bit like Thomas Müller into the box, but he also has the ability to link play, to have the eye to make the pass, which I think we will see more of later on in the season. I just think Kai Havertz needs to take his chances now again, and he is still kind of young, but at the same time, he, like Mason Mount, they need to kick on a bit more, you know. So
yeah, I mean, look, listen, they all say he needs to take his chances like he did in the Champions League final, Club World Cup, and the Super Cup, and the clutch moments, and all the trophies that everyone was celebrating. He's had 3 change of managers now. He's had change of league, COVID, all these situations. We've had deficiencies in the scene within the team. All right, and everyone talks about consistency. So how the fuck are you supposed to get consistency when the team is inconsistent as a whole? And on top of that, you bring in a cement-booted rat called Lukaku, who everyone fucking backed, to then go, where's Kai Havertz? Because Kai Havertz is rotting on the fucking bench and played only, 5 more games than Lukaku and got 1 goal less than Lukaku with all the issues. I think people need to understand that Lukaku is a 28-year-old, 29-year-old in his fucking prime, and Kai Havertz is a 22-year-old kid, all right, who's going to grow into and do levels and won more fucking Champions Leagues and Club World Cups and Super Cups than Kevin De Bruyne, the one that everyone gets on their knees for, yeah, who we let go. Well, why the fuck are we going to let go of a Kai Havertz who's going to be better than Kevin De Bruyne? He will be, because he's that fucking, he's got generational talent, yeah. That's what Kai Havertz is, yeah. And everyone around Europe wanted this player. Let's remind everyone. And I 100% people, I'm not mucking around here, yeah. 100%, I believe that Kai Havertz can be better than Kevin De Bruyne. I genuinely think that, and I'm not even joking. The skill set and what he's already achieved at a young age, he's got all the minerals to go that way. He's got all the minerals to go that way, but no one can see it. They didn't see it in Reece James when I said it. They don't see it in Mason Mount when I said it. Well, I'm telling you about Kai Havertz. And fucking Real Madrid are snooping on that plan. You want this player to be sold for tuppence, for 40, 50 million, to then go to Real Madrid or Bayern Munich and ball out? No, thank you very much. I want this kid to continue balling out at Chelsea, continue delivering the trophies. He wants to be at our football club. Let's have it right. He will get that consistency. And we've changed another manager, another way of playing, and you've got to allow this kid to adapt again. You've got Aubameyang now in there to hopefully share the burden, which Lukaku was meant to do, but he was so fucking shit that he couldn't do it. So Kai Havertz now has got some quality to learn off now, some real fucking quality. Aubameyang has been clinical these last 2 games. He's had very little to do, very little chances, pretty ghosted in both games, but yet when he got the opportunities, he took those. Kai Havertz was similar today. Didn't get many opportunities, got his 1 chance, and he took it. And that's all you can fucking well ask of, just like he did at West Ham. So this is the thing. Kai Havertz needs patience. He's like fine wine. And you let that fine wine mature, and then you enjoy drinking it. And I've been enjoying drinking Kai Havertz since the Champions League. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. Everyone needs to back off Kai, mate. Yeah. All right. Let's have it right. There's no lies there, yeah. There's no lies, yeah. Right. Someone brought up, and you're either trolling me, or you generally don't know, yeah. And you, I'm laughing that you're asking me this question, yeah. Or you're not even asking. You say I didn't back Lukaku. I backed that cement booted rat when we signed him. I never wanted him. I told everyone that he won't suit the way we want to play. That he's one dimensional. He's a counter attacking player only. Yeah. I told everyone this 10 months before we even looked to sign him. And then we eventually signed. I wanted Haaland. Everyone knows how Haaland's doing right now, right? Everyone knows that Haaland can play in a position-based team, but they said that he can't. Well, I was telling them that he can, and that he's fucking absolutely clear of Lukaku. But apparently Lukaku was the next Didier Drogba. You know, he's the let's bring Ron back and he's going to land the minerals. Bollocks, right? I backed him. I was on my seat away at Aston Villa on Boxing Day when he scored that goal, and he did change the game. And we thought, wow, he's going to kick on. And I was celebrating with him. All right. I was on my seat chanting his name. I was backing the player, yeah, 100% backing him. I didn't give him the leeway in the sense of, he needs time to adapt because he's had 8 seasons in the Premier League. No disrespect. And he's in his 28 years old, he's in prime. Why the fuck should I allow him to adapt? He's cost 100 million. He has to hit the ground running. I want 25 goals minimum. Yeah, I got 15 goals. 2 of those were Chesterfield and Plymouth. Irrespective, he ratted our club, disrespected our football club. The moment he made that interview and he disrespected that football club, wash my hands. Never chanted his name again. I was at games with Lewis, and when he did score, Lewis looked at me. I wasn't chanting, mate. I'm a man of my word. I never chanted his name, not once. So when you said I didn't back Lukaku, I backed him up to that point. After that, there was no future for Romelu Lukaku at Chelsea Football Club. No future whatsoever. There was no future. And I've been backed because he's been sent back to the club that he so much craves and loves at Inter Milan. And good riddance to him. He ain't coming back. So, yeah, everyone knows that about me. But for anyone new in here that doesn't, there you go. Where was a comment? I just saw a comment. Hold on. Big up to everyone. Like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe. Yes, Siblers, we know it. I love drinking Kai Havertz. The silky German wine is delightful, guys. It's delightful. Big up to you, Rip Codex in my Twitch. Guys, I'm live on Twitch as well. If you are on Twitch, go and follow me on Twitch because I'm on there simultaneously. And Broja started to look like the one who could replace the Void Acosta. Isn't that ironic? We go and spend 100 million on a cement-booted fraud, and then we've got a striker in the making in Broja who costs us nothing. It's remarkable, isn't it? And he looks like a real talent, Broja. Rate him highly. I really do. I think he'll be fantastic at Chelsea. He's proper Chelsea, mate. Let's have it right. All these guys that go on, well, you're the Cobham stand, you're the Cobham fanboys, yeah. But when it's the player they like from Cobham, like Broja or Reece James, oh yeah, they'll blow their trumpets. When it's Minnels Mount or Trev Chalobah or whoever it is, they've got their agendas. It's just pathetic, really. Shout out to Trev as well. Trevor's been landing the Minnels. Big up the deal. He says, Minnels landing, Johnny. I believe Havertz will be better than KDB too. Yeah, let's remind everyone. KDB only won the poker trophy at Wolfsburg the year after the season he left Chelsea because he couldn't make it at Chelsea. If he's that generational, wonderful player, would have made it Chelsea and broken through, but he didn't. All right. He went to Wolfsburg and then Man City bought him from Wolfsburg. And then he walked into the Premier League title-winning team at that time, and we all know how he developed. But he was 25 then. Kai Havertz has only just turned 23. At the age of 21, he was balling out at Leverkusen. Statistically, he got in the final against Bayern Munich and they lost it, but he scored the penalty against Bayern Munich. Clutch player, yeah. And he was young; he was 19 or 18 or 19, I think. And then we bought him at 20 years old. We bought him, yeah. He came to us having the minerals to deliver at Chelsea at a high price because he's a generational talent. That's why you paid a big money for those players, because he was sought after by everyone in Europe, which everyone forgets, which wasn't the same with Kevin De Bruyne at an older age. And funny enough, he makes it at Chelsea straight away, scores the winning goal in Champions League, wins the big trophy, the trophy that Kevin De Bruyne has never won. All right, put Kai Havertz in Manchester City's team, and he's balling. He'll win titles, of course he will. He'll win countless titles. Mason Mount will win countless titles at playing for Manchester City. All right. The majority of certain players. Look at Sterling. Sterling playing at City. Look at Sterling at Chelsea. Big difference, guys. It's a big difference. So we have to take that into consideration when you talk about these comparisons, yeah? And Kevin De Bruyne is now 30 years old, still hasn't won a Champions League. Kai Havertz will win a Premier League title. Mason Mount's going to win Premier League titles. Ain't got to worry about that. But they're young. They're young, guys. They're still young. You say he was disappointing, but I think he was very, very ambitious. He tried to be direct, but he's also come back from being out of 2 games. So you have to bear that in mind. You have to bear that in mind. Well, I think Loftus-Cheek is a fantastic squad player for us. You know, it's not disrespect to him. I just think his injuries killed him as in youth. Atharf says, big up, Johnny. Big L to the bum fans who were doubting Mount. Even a Gaffer has said about his qualities. Money makes up the Chelsea. Big up to you, geezer. Big up to you. Manny knows I land the minerals everywhere I go. There's almost 150 people in here. Like and subscribe, guys. Get me up to the 4K, guys. Spread the word, mate. Get it up there. There's so much nonsense. We got these top sixes, yeah. We got these top sixes, and all these terrorist merchants, yeah. But who says it how it is, guys? Who says it how it is? We got the top minerals FC here. Let's have it right. We don't prop Arsenal, mate. We don't prop our rivals here. As a player, Havertz won't reach De Bruyne's quality. You don't know that, geezer. I'm telling you he will. I'm telling you he will. I'm telling you he will. Right, guys. So let's talk about San Siro. That's the final chapter. Yeah, the San Siro. What do we think about team lineups? Very big game, as I said. It's a very, very big game, and we need to win this game. I don't care what anyone says. We need to win this game. Yeah. So let's go to the media side of things. Let's go to the media. While I'm doing this, guys, hit that like button. Push out the content. Push it out. Let's have it right. Where is it, mate? I want to get the team lineup. Right, here we go. Okay, so we'll go like this. I think it's easier to do this. And then I'm going to base it off. I'm going to base it off what we got here. Right, so we can see here. Let's take away. We can see here. Do it like that. So obviously in the Wolves game we had Kepa, Asby, Chalobah, Koulibaly, Cucurella, Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, Gallagher, Mount, Havertz, Pulisic. On the bench we had the Mendy, obviously, Chilwell, James, Chuk Minerals, Kovacic, Sterling, Ziyech, Aubameyang, Broha. Okay, so what do I think the changes are going to be? I think we I think we need to be a little bit more cautious in this game. I think it's going to be more of a slightly counter attack tactic. In the sense that AC Milan really have to. I think both teams want to win it. Obviously, we're the away team, but I think we might end up having a little bit more possession the way we play, and we have to be careful on their counter on us potentially with their pace of Leao. But Reece James will play. For me, I think he plays on the right wing back. I think the attack's going to be Mount, Aubameyang, Sterling. I think he's going to play Kovacic, definitely, and potentially Jorginho. And then at the back, he's going to play Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Trev. And I don't know about left wing back. Something makes me think he's going to pick Chilwell. I think he might pick Chile as opposed to Cucurella. Indefinites put Kepa, Trev, Silva, Koulibaly, Reece and Chile, Cover, Loftus-Cheek, Sterling, Mount, Uber. Yeah, I don't know whether he plays Jorginho in this. He didn't play him in the first game at the Bridge against Milan, which makes me think that I don't think he plays Jorginho. But then at the same time, Jorginho's a good player to have if you want to keep the ball, frustrate them, slow the game down a little bit. Do we trust Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic, though, in the middle against this team? Do we trust them? What was the team we played against AC? What was the team we played against AC Milan at home? Let me check. Where is it? Do we know, guys, what it was? Do we know what it was? I'm just having a look. Oh, here we go. Lineups. Oh, I'll tell you now. All right. So the key one was Fofana. So we had Kepa, Fofana, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, James, Chilwell, wing backs, Loftus-Cheek, Cover, Mount, Sterling, Aubameyang. So if he's not playing Fofana, because we can't, he's going to play Trev. And it looks like he'll play Chilwell or Cucurella. But I'll be honest, I think you're going to play Loftus-Cheek with Cover. I think that's what you go with. I think Loftus-Cheek in the middle of the park gives you that physicality and strength. He's got two-footed, good ability. He played very well against Wolves, even though he's next to Jorginho. And I think they will alternate. Him and Cover will alternate, and Mason Mount will join them in the midfield three. So you'd almost have like Loftus-Cheek, a Cover or Loftus-Cheek sit-in role within the game. That's what I think will be played. But my concern is if we've got possession, have we got the recovery in the middle of the park? With Georgie, you ain't anyway. So I think you're better off with Loftus-Cheek and Cover in the midfield. Yeah, I agree. Does he play Gallagher? Does he play Gallagher? We'll have to see. This is, guys, this is not the lineup I'm predicting here. This is the lineup from Wolves, but I'm trying to see what the changes Potter would make from this lineup to tomorrow's lineup. I don't think Asby plays. So for me, you have Trev. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. I think you have Trev right centre back. Thiago Silva. All right, let's do it like this. All right, I'm going to do it like this, guys. Let's share the screen. Stop screen. It's much better to do it like this rather than. Okay. So, I mean, this is the. I think this is what I think this is what Potter will go with. But obviously, I think the 7 here would form a front three. But I think predominantly will set up like this, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to go with Sterling, Aubameyang, we're going to have Minerals Mount. I think you have Loftus. Hover. So Chilwell here. James. Silva. Pulley. Trev. And it looks like Kepa. So I think this is the formation, guys. Let me know what you think of that. But for me, I feel like what we could have here. I don't know if you can see my arrow on the thing. Hold on. If I do it here, you can see Mount could go into this position here. Loftus here, Cover there. You get Chile bombing it up, but also coming back here, which potentially, if you look at it, you could have James support there, pack it out, and you get Trev. You get a back 4 like that, which you could do with Cucurella as well. And maybe James sweeps in here because we know James he likes to move up, down, and across, right? But predominantly it will be a back 3 for me because you're playing away. I think you want that extra protection, and I think James will help out Trev when it comes to Leao, for example. Yeah, I don't know if that Theo Hernandez is playing, but then in the front line, you could almost get this, and you get Aubameyang there, and then Mount links up with James here, so in a more attacking approach. Chile will be there with Sterling. And then I would imagine you either have, I think you have, I don't know where Cover's going to sit. And then Loftus is there. Me personally, I probably would actually. But then for me, Kovacic's recovery is better in a higher position. So you might have Loftus roaming there. And then these guys will support, and you get Silva here, like pushing up like that. That's the sort of gist I get of it. I think that's my lineup, guys. I think that's my lineup. I think that's my lineup. Put Cover there like that. Mount here, James. Let me know in the comments what you think, guys. I almost feel like you're going to play these two behind, but to stretch out. They get that free roaming position with Aubameyang there, Loftus and Cover there. But I'm going to stick with the two like this. Like that. And I'm going to put that sort of midfield three. Because I think for me, against AC Milan, you've got to be very, very careful of the midfield. You almost want them to. You almost want to force them out wide. You force them out wide, and you've got Chilwell, Cucurella, and James to protect the back three. And I think if you force them out wide, we can deal with them. It's if you have Mount not in that midfield three, and you only have Kovacic and Loftus-Cheek, which is just that double six, I think AC Milan, unless Sterling and Mount can really put in a shift, which I know Mount and Sterling will, but they'd have to get into this area to stop the defence of AC Milan linking to their midfield. And that's what Mount does very well. He gets into these pockets all across here. He'll get into these pockets and occupy the space in and out of possession to stop the channels, which is what he did against them in the first leg. Yeah. And Sterling similar. He will occupy, and then you'll have Aubameyang roaming and trying to hold the ball and link up the play. But for me, this is the team lineup. I've got a feeling Cucurella might play. I've got a feeling Cucurella will play, but I think you've got to be a little bit defensive minded in this game. That's the lineup for me, guys. That's the lineup. Yeah. That's the lineup, guys. Let me know in the chat what you think. A lot of people like the lineup. Big up deals in here as well. Cucurella will start, AJ says. Yeah, I mean, potentially. I mean, this is not a dead set, my prediction, but I don't know. We might be surprised. Georgie might play. Cucurella might play instead of Chile. But he's rested Chilwell. He's rested Aubameyang, Sterling. Does Kai get a shout? Does Kai get a shout? I don't know. He scored a goal. I think Uber plays. Uber and Sterling play, clearly. But that's the team lineup, guys. That's the team lineup for me. Why are you saying Silva's not available? I haven't heard anything in the news about Silva. No, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything, guys. So I think he's available. In fact, the only players that aren't available are what's his name? Fofana, Ziyech. Ziyech, funny enough, has been left back at Cobham. He's not flown with the team. Oh well, we're not bothered. But who else was it? Kante. They're the three. No Kante, no Fofana, no Ziyech. Everyone else is travelling with has travelled. Everyone has travelled. CFC says Kai plays if a back four. Well, should we try a back four? I don't know. Do you play a back four, guys? Do you play a back four? If you're playing a back four, that means James goes right back. Silva, Koulibaly. I think you have Chilwell there. Mount. And then you play Kai here. You play Havertz. Havertz. Out here. I actually think you do this. I think you play Jorginho. That's what I think you do if you play the back four. So you have the Jorginho just literally sitting, Cover and Mount there to protect him in defensive phases, but in attacking phases, what you'll get is Mount come here, and Georgie and Cover will be that double six. You'll have to expect Chilwell to bomb forward as much, and James. The only thing with that is, I think if this is the case, I think you play Cucurella. Because when you play Cucurella, he can go left centre back if needed. He can also go wing back. I don't think Chilwell can do left centre back, whereas Cucurella can, and that's the difference. So you might get that, guys, with a four at the back. You might even get like this, where it's a 4-2-2-2, like that, or Havertz in behind, Aubameyang and Havertz into exchange, Mount behind here like that, midfield three. But I think that's the way it goes. If you're playing a back four, for me, Cucurella plays. If you're playing a wing back system, he's rested Chilwell. Does he play Chilwell? I don't know. But we know Potter loves Cucurella. I wanted Cucurella was my first target. So Sterling left wing back. I don't know. But I prefer the lineup before, to be honest. It's a bit more, makes more sense for me. Then you have what's his name, Chalobah. You put Reece there. Koulibaly left centre back, Silva centre, the centre backs, Chalobah right centre back. And I think you play the midfield three, or like a double six with Mount, and you can have Cucurella or Chilwell, and you have Aubameyang, Sterling like that. Or, yeah, that's what I'd do. I'll probably go like that. Probably do that. How do you change numbers on this? Anyway, so guys, oh, here it is, players. Kepa 1, Koulibaly's 26, Silver 6, Trev 14, James 24, Minerals Mount 19. Is Loftus 14, guys? No, that's Trev. What's Loftus' number? Sterling 17, Aubameyang 9. Let me have a look here. What do we think of that, guys? What do we think of this lineup? Yeah, Loftus is 12, isn't he? And Cucurella is he 33? 32, yeah, that's it. So there you have it. There's a lineup. It could be Chile as well out of Cucurella, but I think that's the predicted lineup I'm going for, guys. That's the predicted lineup I'm going for. You guys in the comments, please put your feedback in there. Land your minerals in the comments. Give me your team lineup or anything that you think would change. But we've mixed it about there. There's lots of options. But we have to trust Potter will land the minerals. But I'm very confident, guys. I'm confident that we can go all the way and beat them on their own turf. Very tough game, but we can do it. But listen, guys, big up to every single one of you in here. Before you leave, or if you've just joined, like and subscribe. Please like the video, comments. Thank you to everyone that's landed their minerals and donated to the channel, and all my members. Big up to you. Big up to all you guys supporting the channel, as always. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah. Big up to every single one of you. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's have it right, guys. Let's have it right. Big up to all you guys. Right, Pride of London. London is blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's go. Fucking hell, bad. Sorry, William. Big up to you, geezer. I didn't see your Super Minerals donation. Big up to you. With my team rating in my earlier chat, it meant closing down and winning the ball back. Didn't think you got it with and Connor. Listen, we had it with Connor and we had it with Minerals Mount. Something tells me maybe Connor plays tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe Connor plays tomorrow, guys. That energy and work rate away from home at the San Siro. Maybe we're sleeping on Connor in this game. But big up to you, William, for landing minerals there and your donation. But maybe be a super sub to clean up. We don't know. But big up to all you guys. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much for supporting, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Up the Chelsea.
Oi, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.